Welcome back to Where's the Keys At? I've Radar as usual here. On my left, we've got
Elijah
and Ashwell.
Ooh. Okay, so our pod today is going to be just talking about some topics. So we'll start with the first topic, which is our new Prime Minister,
Rishi.
All right.
Is he Richie or Rishi? He should be Richie, man.
Richie, isn't it? That's yeah, definitely. So how do we feel about Rishi or Richie?
I don't like him. For when I saw that leaked video,
Straight like that.
I don't like him.
Went straight
Did you see
in.
the leaked video of him in like some garden somewhere in Tunbridge Wells or something? And he's sitting in a garden with like trying to get people on his side over the summer.
Okay.
When he was originally going for Prime Minister, and there was some, I guess they were older, richer people, and he was like, "Yeah, I'm going to take the money they're trying to redirect to the deprived urban areas and bring them back to us." Done all the gestures and hand gestures. And
Really?
They brought it up in Prime Minister's questioning yesterday. Labour did, and said, "What was that all about?" He's there smiling about it.
That's what I mean. Because obviously he went for the Prime Minister first time round and didn't get it. So what makes him so? Because at the moment it seems like he's like the best thing since sliced bread. So like, you know, what's changed from the last time till now, kind of thing, really.
But really and truly, do you not think all Prime Ministers think that way? Every single one of them think the same way. They might not say it like he did there. He just got caught out.
He just got caught, yeah.
But behind closed door,
Yeah, of course.
don't care about them.
Yeah.
We keep this side, as long as we're the wealthy side.
Yeah.
We keep it that way, and you don't got to fight for scraps.
That's what the
do you
Conservatives
vote?
beat. No.
Do you vote?
No,
I don't, and I this is what makes me a hypocrite, because obviously I don't vote, but then I have opinions on, like, you know, what's going on. But at the same time, I just feel my vote doesn't matter.
Why does that make you a hypocrite though? If you don't vote, you can still have an opinion, but they make us feel like, oh, if you don't vote, you can't
can't
talk.
You don't have a say.
It's
Yeah,
rubbish.
true.
That's just their
true.
mind games, isn't it? Just to
Yeah.
try and get you involved
That's true.
in a system that
Yeah.
don't care. Like
Yeah.
Ashwell
that is
said.
already set. The system is already
It's already
set.
set.
They already, before that person get rolled in as Prime Minister, they already has their 4-year plan.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? There's a 4-year plan in place.
True.
You think like you just like a
I
business.
think it's
innit?
longer than that,
A
to be
4-year
fair.
plan and think, okay, what can we achieve in this 4 year? Who can we make this? How can we generate this amount of fund? How can we look like we're helping NHS? We're helping the teachers. How can we look like we're helping them? But really and truly, we're pocketing something.
Yeah, of course.
You know, making our people richer, which is, you know, the parliament side of it. And the minions, which is the likes of us, which is how they would probably look at us.
Boy.
Minions.
Yeah.
That's how they would probably look at us, isn't it?
Lemmings.
If I tell
Yeah,
you,
exactly. That's literally what they would look at us like that, and they feel like,
so I obviously I've just had my pay, right, and when I looked and saw how much I got taxed, I wanted to cry. I've never seen that kind of fun before in my life. Oh my gosh.
them tax man
So, yeah,
dangerous.
That's
bruv.
what I mean, danger now. So I'm thinking, boy, if they put my tax code up without me realising something, I don't know. But
Rishi is for you then, because Rishi, although his plan now is not about growth, all Conservatives want growth, innit? They want the country to make an excess, and so eventually they want to tax people less. That's what that Liz was trying to do, innit? So that's what you want, Liz, then?
not really, because I feel that there was things that she did that mash everything up.
Yeah.
You know, I don't think there's any of them for us. If I'm honestly, like, you know, unless we're like a part of like the elitist, whereas, you know, we're gonna earn, like, you know, the big kind of money players.
Yeah.
That's who's benefiting, not us.
Of course, no.
Lots of us are never going to benefit. You know, we're not going to win. That's why it's weird to see someone like Rishi come in power, because his wife's a billionaire, right? So it's not like he needs the 100 and whatever
115K.
115K.
What is
a year.
he? What
Exactly.
is he like?
So is it that he's going to
What's
be
his net
installed because
730 million, they said.
Like,
exactly? So is it like he's installed to make sure, like, because obviously he's coming from a very rich background, he's with them elitist guys, people. Is he coming in to now protect them even more?
It's all part of the game. If I
Exactly.
could get in a position at work where I can bring my boys in and get them paid and get paid as well,
Do it, yes.
I'll do it.
You're gonna do it. Yeah,
100%.
sure you will.
Yeah, of course.
But then there's levels to it. Like on
is
that
levels.
kind of level where
Yeah,
you're just
yeah.
raping a whole
Yeah,
country.
Exactly.
Okay, is he born into wealth?
I don't know.
I don't know that. I don't actually know that
like,
question. Yeah.
When he's at that level with 700 and something million, does he really get our views? Does he get the common person's view, or you know what I mean?
Yeah, because obviously I think because he must have gone to like a uni and like like private schools and stuff. Maybe.
Exactly
so,
that.
never gonna relate to us.
They can never understand what it's like to run out of money every month.
Exactly.
Yeah, of course.
I remember
I know what that means.
Listen, I remember being at work years ago when I worked in a gym when I was at uni, and it was on Bishopsgate, so all of the people from RBS Bank and that used to come in there.
Yeah.
And I remember bringing it up with one person. He was like, "Yeah, I can't wait till next week." And I was like, "What, payday? Yeah." He just looked at me because he was younger than me, and he looked at me and he went, "I don't wait until payday. What are you talking about?" And he was so confused by that comment.
Yeah. And that's what I mean. That's just how it is.
Because they never had no money before.
And my account is healthiest it's been ever. Yeah. And I know if they see my account, they'll look at that like they'll look at my account like they're broke.
Yeah.
Like I mean, they'll have a panic attack. You know?
Yeah, exactly.
They don't look at their spending account. They don't look at it. Who's looking at it?
There's no when you got 700 something million.
Yeah.
What does it matter? Like you go anywhere, buy anything. You can
probably
do
wouldn't
anything.
even notice if someone took the grand from you.
No, that's how the people lose money.
Or
Innit? They don't
you
see
wouldn't know.
people ciphering
Exactly.
off a little.
Yeah. Cipher a little piece of.
They need to look at their
cutting a
account. They
little
don't need
piece of
to.
cheese
They got an accountant that manage that for them. They got someone that manage that for them. They don't need to look at their account.
True.
That person come to them every month and say, "You made a profit this month. Okay, that's good." And that's it. It's a 700 something million.
From one time, and like there was a rich guy, and he was saying like, I don't know how much is in my account.
Yeah.
I honestly don't know how much is in my account. I've never looked.
It don't matter, does it?
No, it don't matter.
No, but worst thing about it, I still look every month.
I look every month.
I don't get paid. I don't need to.
We know we're close to the bottom.
But that's exactly what it is. It's like, but you still look to see like, what am I getting paid? I work out what I'm getting paid before I get paid.
Nah, I don't do that.
But you don't count we don't measure the oxygen in our house, do we? Because we know there's bare oxygen.
Yeah,
I
get it.
Someone is in a little tank and is running out of air. They're looking at the meter the whole time, innit? And that's exactly how it is, don't it?
That is true. It's so true.
Yeah.
I saw Boris. You know, Boris was in the running at one point, and he was on holiday somewhere, wasn't he?
This the second time around.
Recently, and he was in a hotel, and they were like, "This hotel costs £5,000 a night to stay in," and that just told me.
The levels. There's levels to this. Yeah.
2 months and 2 weeks in there. And he want to tell. Imagine if we got Prime Minister. It's even worse now. Rishi's there, but he can't tell me about. He understands the struggle of
course.
My electric bills now.
Yeah.
You know, my electric bill's now £250 a month. He'd be like, "Yo, I just spent £5 a night in a hotel room."
Exactly. What are you talking about, kind of thing?
Strap your boots up, mate. What do they say? Flap your boots up.
What was it? And he got his He got his flat refurbished by the taxpayers as well.
Taxpayers.
Yeah.
That's a joke. That's a joke.
Yeah. But no, I remember I was telling you guys about when I caught the train from Cambridge the other day. So I worked in Cambridge last week, and these girls must have been 13, 14, and they were sitting on a table next to me, and they were all talking about politics. When I say they all knew what was going on, and I was just sitting there. I felt thick because they all knew what time it was, and I was like, boy, that's what it is.
Levels,
people at private schools and stuff. That's the people who are getting in. Let one of us get in there.
These are things that are not.
One of us get in power.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Things that we should be taught at school. We don't get taught at school. We just get taught how to survive. You know when you got a machine that spins round and someone's put. You remember them old time thing in there? They're pushing it. You got to be that part. You got to be that person because this person gonna drop out soon. So that's you. We need a replacement. So we have to keep this wheel.
You're getting off the substitute bench to
exactly.
go and replace.
Exactly. We got to keep this wheel rolling, and that's what we are. We're just literally doing that.
But I'm gonna play devil's advocate here. Yeah. Rishi Sunak represents a massive change in our country. He's the first Asian non-white man to be prime minister. That's
in
Europe, I think. Definitely in England.
That's the good thing. That's a bonus side of it, but that still doesn't take away from all the other side of it. Still doesn't take away from the fact that he's
only been there for a day, mate.
Yeah, I know that, but do we really
think he's going to be any change? Do you think he's going to make any change?
Yeah.
Do you think he's going to make anything positive? Whereas at the end of his term, we can look back and say, you know what? Yeah, Rishi done well.
You're gonna wake up one morning and you're gonna go, turn the news on, and there's gonna be a wow. Because I know you was like super gas when Obama was
Obama.
you was
Obama,
like,
Obama,
yes, it's gonna
Obama,
change.
Obama.
But I never have that feeling.
Never had that
Because
feeling
I've
at all,
seen,
man. Exactly.
I grew up in a country where there's black prime ministers. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we never seen that.
It never
before,
changed. Like the country is still in the same situation it's in. So
Yeah.
the color doesn't matter. They're still their agenda is still the same. They're there to make themselves
Correct.
Yeah.
wealthy and a name for themselves, even though they're wealthy anyway.
I never saw
You
that.
know,
That was my
so-
learning curve, man. I never saw that. I fell for the hype.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, you did.
And-
You was Obama all the way in,
I
boy.
was. I fell for the hype. And do you know what turned me off Obama was it was only recently when he towards the end of his term when the water crisis in Flint. In Michigan,
Flint, Michigan. Yeah.
and he wouldn't drink the water. Do you remember that?
Yeah,
The little
yeah.
cup, and he
That's
wouldn't-
mad, isn't it?
and I thought this guy knows that they're
Of course
killing
he knew
everybody.
that. Yeah, of course he knew
and he's
that.
just playing
Yeah.
the normal
And with,
politician role.
with that, Obama being the first black president, he wasn't the first black. There's 5 before him.
What?
History won't
President
tell you that.
Yes, history won't tell you that.
of the United States.
Of the United States.
Tell me, educate me, because I didn't know about this.
I need to.
Cover the names.
We have to do this off because I don't remember
Yeah.
all their
I don't
names.
remember names either.
For me to remember all their names, I don't remember. I don't.
What, since 1776 or whatever?
Yes,
There's been 5 black.
Five.
Eli, you
There's
gotta
a black
remember.
pope.
1776. There was
Do you
a
know what I mean?
time before 1776.
Yeah, but that's when the United States was founded, right? So you're saying there's been 5
That's what
presidents
we've been
then?
told.
5.
But
There's been
America
5.
founded before that. Personally, I don't think you can put anyone in there. The policies are still the same. The country's still going to go the same way, and it's not heading for a good way because while everyone's looking at Russia, thinking Russia's causing this issue with all the gas and bills going up and so forth. Ain't no one trying to tell you that Boris went and flew out to Ukraine in April to then tell the Ukrainian president when Russia and Ukraine had a deal on the table of stopping this whole war. Boris went there and told the Ukrainian president, don't negotiate. Don't negotiate.
What?
Exactly why? Who's benefiting from it?
Yeah.
America's benefiting with the arms.
Eon.
Yep. British gas, whatever other
Shoot,
they're
they all benefit
they're
from
all
it,
benefit
yes.
from it. But yeah, so there's hidden agendas. So like I said, when everyone's looking at Russia and saying Russia this, Russia that, you got to look at the big players. Like Russia is a massive player. Don't get me wrong, but there's always reasons to why things happen. Like I said, Russia and China now are getting like this, and America don't like it. And boy, but there's already been talk of nuclear arithmetic. Quite a lot.
Nuclear arithmetic. What does that mean?
So basically nuclear bombs. Like they talk about nuclear bombs. So Ukraine is trying to accuse Russia of some sort of dirty bomb that went off, and Russia's saying it's nothing to do with us. But if you keep talking like this, then we're going to show you what a dirty bomb is.
Wow.
kind of thing.
Wow.
So
That's not even funny. I don't
that's
even
not
know
funny.
what I'm
That's
laughing.
funny. Because boy, that's a whole world destruction. Then obviously Britain's talking about it, America's talking about it, and it's just like, do you know what?
Do you know what?
We've got some proper mad mental people running the shows in
Exactly
these
that.
worlds, and at the end of the day, we're gonna suffer for it.
The problem is they're safe because they probably got these
bunkers,
everything.
That's what I was about to
Exactly.
say. We need
Of
to
course
start
we've got bunkers.
building.
Yeah.
Like really building.
Yeah. On
Bunkers.
the yeah.
But the thing is,
bunkers, yes.
what bunkers do we know how to build where it's not where nuclear don't go off and kill us all? You know what I mean?
Hey,
we
we've
don't know
all
that
got
stuff.
Googles. We can do the
Google.
Googles.
Google,
Find out, innit?
Google
Find
will get
raw
us kill off.
materials.
That's what we do. You know what I mean?
We
They
need
ain't
to
trying
start
save us.
thinking that way, though.
Yeah.
Because when this happened, we're dead.
I don't
Speaking
know.
of death, Kanye West is dead.
Oh Lord Jesus.
Point.
Lord
mean-
Jesus.
Kanye West is over. You think?
Boy,
It's a shame Leroy's not here, man.
I
Boy, that's
mean-
his boy, isn't
It's his
it?
boy.
Yeah, I like Kanye still too.
I like Kanye
He
too.
says-
To
He
a certain
says
point,
some
man.
outlandish things, but then it gets people talking. I don't think he's mental at all. He's a genius in what he's doing because he constantly gets people talking. Like he'll say something outlandish and that'll go like, and everyone will focus on the outlandish thing that he says. But when he's talking some gems. And
thing
like
is-
the interview that I watched the other day, the Drink Champs one, he was talking some dimes. He was dropping dimes after dimes. I was like, yeah, I kind of thought
And
this.
then
'cause
he
I've
was
studied
talking
some stuff.
choppiness in the mix of it.
He
That's the
he-
bipolar.
he
But
did.
you can see that
He did.
in that interview.
But-
You can see the bipolar in him. because he just switch.
But I thought that was
Like-
smart because at one point he's got you like he's talking this constant. Then he has to do something else to distract you because he can't have like too much of that.
Yeah.
And like kind of brings you over here for a bit. Then he brings you over here. Then he like so yeah, he was all over the place. In that
He's
interview.
all over. I don't,
But
that's
the content, then the stuff in the stuff that he was saying, I thought was really, really good because I knew stuff like this before. I've looked at stuff like that before, and hearing someone of that caliber saying it made me think, yeah, I kind of knew this already, but you know, everyone's trying to cancel him, so it's like what he was saying he must have had some truth in what he's saying because all of a sudden,
hit a nerve.
Adidas don't want to work with him no more. Balenciaga's not working with him no more. Spotify want him off the. Well, they're trying to get his music off. Spotify.
What did he say for him to be cancelled? Can anyone say?
He said, "I'm going DEFCON something on all Jewish people. If you're in my house and I'm running things, you can't shout to everyone about me because I'll just close the door.
Exactly. You know what I mean?
You know what I mean? No matter what you think
Yeah.
you said, I'll tell you what you said because I run things and it's frustrating. But where he was wrong is saying it was all Jewish people. It was the people who were in the industry who happened to be Jewish that he identified. He should have said the names. If he's so bad, say the names, isn't it? Their
But then
faith in religion has nothing to do with it.
did they try and like defamation of character you and try and sue you from all sorts? Would they have all lawsuits and
Well,
stuff?
look what's happening now, man.
Yeah,
like
true,
it
true.
don't matter either way.
True.
Do you know what I mean? I just
Yeah.
don't know if people would even take him seriously. And I think it makes me think more about people that I actually respect and think, well, why aren't you saying nothing then? Because you must have experienced all this. Jay-Z's up there, big billionaire. He don't want to lose his money, does he?
Of course.
So why aren't you
Diddy
saying
don't want to
nothing?
do it either.
It kind of shows you,
Drake,
right?
none of them.
They know.
Jigga Man, all them who say they got money, they really in because they can just turn off your money,
Yeah.
can't they? Look at Kanye, he thought he had money.
Yeah,
They turned him
billionaire.
off.
Yeah,
Money
literally.
gone. So he ain't really got it. So no matter how much money you've got, you truly
Still
cannot be yourself.
You gotta know your
you
level
can't.
still.
Exactly. You
know
still
what I mean?
level
all
to
that
this game,
money.
exactly.
You still gotta know your level. It's
You're still
yeah.
going to be beneath somebody, and you know
It's crazy that they're
it's like
trying
a
to-
tap. They can just turn it off.
It's just the idea that they're trying to take him off Spotify, take him off.
That's either they get him this way or they kill him off, and if they kill him off, then that looks way too bait. So you know it's going to be
He's
this
saying
way
something
now.
like that though, wasn't he? Because TMZ got him in the street a few days ago and he's going, they ain't cancel me, I'm still here. But he said, if I'm not here soon, you'll know why.
Yeah. That's what I mean. That's why they went down the mental route, trying to make him look like he's mental.
I think killing people's the old way. They ain't doing that no more. It's too
It's
hard
too-
to get
take your
caught.
finance
exactly,
away.
Exactly, too hard now. So either take your finance
your
away or
finance
they're putting
away.
you in prison for a long time. You know, because I think after MJ and Prince, I think now it's like it's too
To think
late.
of a different way.
Now the last man they got was Mario, wasn't it?
Who?
In prison when he strangled himself.
Strangled him. Oh, you're talking about Epstein.
Yeah, they got Epstein. He was the last one. They said, all right, no more after this one.
That's it. We're done. We're done.
That's what I mean. It's just so. Oh man, that's what I mean. What can you do? I mean, at the end of the day, like, so all of a sudden the cameras didn't work.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? And that's like, just how dumb do you think people are? But then people don't really say nothing about it. You know what I mean? Because in my mind, if you turn the cameras off, that's foul play.
Yeah.
Like, you know, he didn't kill himself.
Something happened
Someone
there.
come and dealt with him that way. Yeah.
But we're sheep, man. Like the majority of people,
Of course.
if it's not on ITV, Channel 4, BBC, Sky News,
Yeah.
every day,
We don't
it's not
believe
real,
it's
is
factual,
it? So
yeah.
from when them lot all decide, well, we're not going to follow this up, we're not going to investigate, we're not going to do a panorama on why is Epstein dead.
Yeah, of course
then
not.
it don't matter what the internet says.
Exactly. It's like someone
not
just
legit.
says, you do not talk about this. Done. That nothing happened after that. Yeah. So yeah, that's a funny thing when you talk about news because I look at both sides. I look at stuff that's being said on the news, and then I go and do my own research and find alternative news, and then I'm like, do you know what? And that's how I make up my mind as to what I think is really going on and what's not. You know, always spin to their agenda.
Do you remember when I watched a documentary by Spike Lee called When the Levees Broke, 4-part documentary about the Hurricane Katrina 2006,
All right, yeah.
2005, 2006.
Yeah.
And it was showing how the news represented black people and white people. And the news was showing black people running out of the stores with stuff.
Looting.
And they were like, they're looters. And then they had a white couple coming out of the store and they were like, they're foraging for food. Like, same news outlet.
Wow.
But that's how they chose to present people.
Wow.
That's what I mean.
In the same city. Do you know what I mean? It's mad.
Yeah.
Having said that, though, the black people did have like a big like TV
Yeah, why not, man? Shoot.
The thing is, why?
Yeah,
Ray?
why?
Where you
I
gonna
know,
put that?
I know, I hear that, Ash. I
Like-
hear you, Ash. I hear you. I hear you.
And
They're just thinking, well, when my yard get rebuilt, then I got a nice new TV for it. Innit?
That is, yeah.
Yeah.
You imagine you got nothing.
Where you saving that? Where you putting that though?
Ash, I don't know. I'm not these people. You know what I mean, I'm not saying that.
They must have thought they were going to have a house eventually. I don't know.
Yeah, I suppose so.
Yeah.
Get all you can.
Because I bet you that TV's in the water too. That went in.
Probably,
The water.
course.
probably did.
Do you know what I mean?
But
Yeah.
rioters are always, a lot of rioters loot, and then the news say, well, they use that looting as a way to say, well, they're criminals, their cause
Yeah.
doesn't matter. But rioters are going to loot because normally rioters are people who are deprived of everything.
Of
aren't they?
course.
So they're like, they've had enough. They're
Yeah,
just gonna
exactly.
take
Had enough
everything,
to take everything. Yeah.
mash up everything.
Yeah.
It's like they've got nothing to look forward to, so they'll break
Yeah.
everything. If I'm a billionaire or Rishi Sunak, I'm never looting. If I disagree, I'll just pay someone to sort it out. What do I need to break your stuff for? I've got everything.
Yeah,
It's true.
it's true.
It's true. Real true.
And I feel like every time I see like them 2011 riots in England, I was so angry,
What
man.
was that? With the Mark Duggan one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was so angry, man. I was almost rooting for the rioters on telly. I was like, go on, burn it up.
Yeah.
I didn't want anyone to get hurt, but I
Obviously,
just wanted to mash
they
everything.
burnt up that place, didn't they? That was there for, I don't know, it was in the family for a long, long time. They burnt it up.
Was it a bakery or something?
I can't remember what it was. They burnt it up though. Yeah. So then that's all the news are talking about.
Destroy it.
You know. But
Have to, man. They're not going to
destroy
hear
it.
us. They're not going to hear us doing all this kumbaya no more.
do you think that's true though?
Yeah.
So
We ain't done it yet, so you see.
I'm just saying because I'm thinking because obviously when they burnt down stuff from the Mark Duggan incident,
Yeah,
have they really listened?
no.
How we get this is how our country's taught us how to get things in it, yeah, with imperialism. They're not going to listen to you. We
Take
run
their
them
shit.
over, and some people got to die. Yeah, we'll send a little man out the front. They can die for it,
Yep.
and we might have to kill some people. We might have to burn all your monuments down, but you'll listen to us after that, won't you? That's what we've been taught.
It's true because at the end of the day, like in the 1900s, that's what Britain lived by.
Yeah.
And then in the 20th and 21st, it's all about America. America is the most, not terrorism, but any war and stuff. America's the biggest, or have done the most since the 20th century.
They sell it so good. They make the person that they're going after, the country they're going to be this horrible nation, people of evil people. They sell it so good
I believe it.
that everyone believes it.
Yeah, of course.
And then everyone go, yeah,
They're doing the right thing. But then,
Yeah.
like now, like my mind's like, nah, man, this is not right. Like, I'm looking at why are you really going into
Exactly.
the country? What you
Same,
benefit
same.
from, Because obviously selling arms is big business and America make a lot of profit from selling arms. Yeah. So, yeah, it's just
And then
mad.
they feed that into their soldiers, even where they train them.
Yeah.
They train them to look at these
Convinced.
people that looks a certain way,
Convinced.
and these are the enemy. This is the enemy.
Yeah.
And they go in there and with that same mind frame, not realizing that these are people that's trying to survive,
Exactly.
and they're surviving by
Humanise
any means necessary. They'll kill themselves
Yeah.
to show you what level they're willing to go to.
Of course.
That's what, and they see them as, as terrorists.
Yeah.
But really and truly, the Americans are the terrorists.
Biggest terrorists.
They're the one that invade countries and
Yeah.
take away their things and go, oh
Yeah.
yeah, we're doing it for the
All
good
in
of the
name
country.
Was it democracy? All in the
Yeah.
name of democracy. Like,
Really?
there was Eddie Griffin where he's like they said to us, yeah, we want this. Come over here. We want to save economy. Yeah, like everyone said that to them. But yeah, man, it's just
Like,
mad.
how do you go to another country to fix their country, but your country is fucked up? Like,
Who are you to fix? Let's think about it. in terms
somebody
of-
else's
It's
country.
countries, but if you think
Yeah.
about it in terms of houses, you can't go to someone's house
No.
and say, "Yo,
No.
Let me fix that up, yo.
let me fix that."
Your roof is leaking, bro. You need that fixed.
Yeah,
I'm gonna change up the color of these walls.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
You
don't
need something
like the
different.
purple in here.
Yeah,
I need to
yeah.
get
you're not
this
raising
white.
them kids right. Let me fix that.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
That
yeah.
is insane.
Yeah.
But we do it on the level of a whole country.
I know,
Yeah.
right? Exactly.
Crazy.
Exactly.
Imagine
Mad,
someone
innit?
coming to us and doing that.
Yeah.
Sell it so good as well.
Yeah.
Sell it. They all even bomb their own country just to sell that.
Of course.
Oh, we get
is
into
what they do.
conspiracy theories now.
Hey.
Come on, I actually want to hear some.
I ain't
I'm gonna title this
saying no
episode
conspiracy theory.
Conspiracy,
I ain't trying to get
conspiracy.
involved in no conspiracy. I'm just saying this is what
What is
America.
I mean, there's a
conspiracy
lot of
theory
things-
though, really? It's just a theory that's not supported by the
Facts.
powers that be, yeah?
Practically, that's what I think.
Yeah.
That's
it
all
is.
it is.
Yeah. I'm gonna say something that might be controversial, but
Oh God, should I hear it?
I don't think Brexit was a good idea.
How's that controversial? I never thought Brexit was a good idea.
I'm just saying, I know there's a lot of people
I thought he was
who
going to
think-
come with something else there.
Yeah, no, I know a lot of people who think Brexit's a good idea, and I'm
God.
like, I don't think it's a good idea at all. I don't think
Nah.
that
I
was a good
I
idea.
think people that actually thought it was at the time is now retracting that. You know, they're thinking, yeah, I think they made a mistake, kind of scenario. You know,
There's not many, from what they said on all of the surveys after, there weren't many core believers in the actual politics of Brexit. It was a lot of it was fringe voters who fell for the racism.
yeah.
If you had a chance to meet Rishi Sunak and have a kind of
Okay,
be in a room with him and have a conversation, would you want to do it?
no,
For what?
because I don't think my point of view will be heard. I think it'll be sit there and he will take it in and it'll be like a very intense
I'd feel
conversation.
I'd feel like I'd be patronised.
Yeah.
That's how I'd.
No,
feel.
no, I don't
And I'd
think
get
I don't
vexed.
think he would do that because he would want to come across as in
Sincere.
sincere and he's there for the people.
True, if
But as
there's
soon as you
cameras there.
leave that, I feel like as soon as that interview's over and you leave that room, he's gonna be like, "What the fuck was he talking about?" You know what I mean? Like, we ain't doing that shit.
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
He don't need to see me again.
Yeah,
when
of
he's gonna
course.
see me again?
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, yeah.
That's it. Yeah.
That's when Chuck started the riot.
Stand there outside number 10 with a shotgun. You didn't listen to me.
Oh, shoot.
They're going to push people to that, though. They really are. People are going to get so, and already starting to struggle so much. How far can you push someone?
You got a break. Everyone's got a breaking point, and when you hit your breaking point, that's it.
That's it. And, but the whole country will break, or the whole of the like Midlands and Northerners will break. Do you know what I mean? Because they're the ones
They're
really,
the ones
they
getting
don't care
licked
about
at the
them.
moment.
The government,
Yeah, of course.
Conservatives don't care about anything above
Nah.
London. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, true.
We accept things too
Yeah.
easy.
And the thing is, it's just a part of all of us. Everyone does.
Is it the fact that we accept it or we just don't even, when it's on the news, we don't pay attention? We're just like,
Distracted. We've got to go to work.
yeah.
We've got to buy the food. We've got to look after
Gotta look after the kids,
We've
we've
got
gotta
to
feed
We've got to
these
spend money in a car.
Exactly.
We're
Right.
distracted. We've got
Yeah,
everything
of
else to
course.
do.
Yo, you better turn the TV off. We gotta go. You
Yeah,
know what
yeah,
I mean? That
yeah.
kind of scenario.
Yeah. And even if you hear it as well, you're like, well, what can I do about it? Because
You're here.
I'm one person. There's millions of people out there ain't gonna do nothing about it. So what can I do?
You
Kind of thing,
you feel
you
it, but you don't feel it because it's not at your front door, kind
Yeah.
of thing. It's like if someone, like somebody you know, family died, you feel it for them.
Yeah,
but
of
you
course,
because it's
but
not.
It's not your. Yeah. Their pain is a different.
Yeah.
like, pain kind of thing, really. You know. So yeah, no, I get that.
But that's why they don't like these internet groups. Like, they don't like the internet. Internet's a way for us to
express ourselves.
get together. Do you know what
Yeah.
I mean? To armor ourselves with the knowledge,
The knowledge,
and to
yeah.
organise. And
If we know they're gonna lock off all podcasts, boy,
well, YouTube have got their whole policy of words you cannot say.
and we might get locked
Yeah,
off.
when
from
we
this
talk
one.
about COVID, if you not noticed, there has the COVID
Yes,
message underneath on our
I
pod.
see that on Facebook as well. Facebook has a COVID thing. Like if you repost something that's with COVID, you
Yeah.
have that thing at the
They
bottom.
put it
of
on our pod. Have a look. Like they do them.
On our
Yeah.
pod, it's on our pod as well.
Yeah, and then they restrict like, certain things you'll
We're
probably
being
reach.
watched, you know. Oh shoot!
But it's not even about watch. Like these computers can
Can just
they
generate,
just
pick up
translate
on
your
words.
words, don't they? And if buzzword come up,
Yeah.
that's it. We're on there.
Why this one
this
we're
one's
getting
cancelled now.
this one's getting cancelled like Kanye. You
Yeah.
get the anti-Semitic.
Kanye right now, boy.
There has to be some point where we have to trust politicians, though. Actually.
Well, how do you hold them accountable? Because she was held accountable. She resigned, which is a case of you either resign or you're gonna get sacked. I'm sure that's a conversation they would have had with her. But yet, so she came back to the same job, same position. 2 weeks later, 2 weeks.
Yeah, and Boris nearly did the same. You know what I mean? How he went out was a disgrace, and he was able to run again.
yeah,
That was a
kind of madness
joke.
is that?
Yeah.
That's madness.
You know
That's
what
what
I
I'm
mean?
saying. Like, so
That
how
would have been a joke.
you can't? That's what I'm saying. How do you hold these lot accountable for anything? You can't.
them politicians want us to believe that they're so smart when they're telling us what to do with vaccinations or our money. They're the smartest. You won't understand. We've got all these charts. Don't worry, we know what we're doing. But when they do something like send an email from the wrong account, they want us to believe that they're that dumb that they could make
Made
that
an error,
mistake.
yeah.
You know what I mean? It's mad. Like, you're smart or you're dumb, or you're just playing everybody.
Exactly, and that's what they're doing, playing everyone.
Yeah, of course. But we buy it.
100%. I
We
can't.
don't. Okay, I would say we buy it, but
Yeah,
you know, the
I
masses
can't
buy
trust
it.
a politician
you
at
know?
all, man. That's never going to happen. I don't think.
But I would have I'd definitely have a room with them and talk to them.
I would definitely do that.
You just said you wouldn't do it.
No, I said I don't feel like if I leave, I will do it. But if I leave, when I leave there, I know it's gonna be. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? But I'll sit there and say my point. But I know it's not gonna be. Valid.
Yeah. Someone like Rishi, he ain't gonna understand it. If he knows someone who's like in the middle, like someone who can see both sides and talk, then you could probably get through to him because you've got that person who's like the mediator who would be like, yeah, you know, I understand what he's talking about. He's relating to this, and that. Yeah. That would work. But trying to have a direct conversation, fall on deaf ears, man. And I bet he's got no one like that who will be like the middle person who can communicate these things.
No, of course not.
That's why I'm saying they're out of touch with reality.
Too far gone now. Not like footballers, isn't it? Like there's nothing wrong with footballers or basketballers, but they're too far gone. Like they're not grassroots anymore.
Nah.
Obviously, when it started, they were, and I'm sure with politics on some level, there are people, even your local MPs, who are still connected.
To the people. Connect to the people.
Maybe they need to have a salary cap for politicians.
Yeah,
like footballers. Obviously, it's different for footballers, but maybe there's a salary cap. Like
footballers get paid much more than politicians anyway.
Yeah, way more. But a politician, maybe there should be a rule like you can't be a politician in the cabinet if you have a net worth of more than $1 million. And even that's a lot, right? But let's say let them live a little bit. They got to have their cleaners and all that, ain't they?
God damn.
They got to have their serving.
Eli's too nice to them.
I know, too nice.
But anyone who's worth more than $1 million, politics is not for you.
Yeah.
Okay? Mm-hmm. You have to just stick to lobbying or whatever it is you millionaires do.
Yeah.
And then hopefully they'll have more connections, because if you're a millionaire, the likelihood is there's a lot of your people are not millionaires. No. You're probably the richest person you know. Yeah. Whereas if you're kind of coming up to 500 million, whatever, you've had enough to sort everyone out. So no, you're not connected anymore.
Nah, exactly.
That's the only way politics could work.
And I also feel like what do you have to do to become a politician? Like, could the average person become a politician, or do you have to have gone to a certain school? Would you have to have done a certain thing?
I don't know. I don't even know that.
Majority of people do go to like Eton and things like that.
That's what I mean.
Like, there are politicians who come through community-based stuff as well.
Do they?
Okay. They're not. Like,
but they're not very low level.
They're not top localized like that. Yeah.
Exactly. Because I would like, if it's a case of we're voting for the next prime minister, we should be able to say, right, okay, these 5 candidates are all going for it, right? You, the public, can vote for who you think should become the next prime minister. But we don't get that chance. So therefore, that's why I always say it doesn't matter who you vote for, everything's already set.
Say you just won the lottery today, you won 25 million.
Would you
put your kids into private school?
Nowadays, that ain't enough, bro. That'll do me nice, though.
Would you put your kids into private school? It's enough for private school.
Yeah, sure.
You would.
Why not? Just so I see. We need a balance, though.
That's a hard one, because
you need a balance, wouldn't you?
I would want them to be around their culture as well, and I feel in private school they ain't gonna get that.
No, but they can have that at home, can't they? You're gonna have, that's a balance. You got to try and find that balance, so they get that education from their side, so they know how they think, they know how they how logically they work out things compared to going to a normal school, because normal school is not it's not gonna be no good for them. They're gonna end up coming out doing the same thing we're doing, and hoping that daddy with millions will buy them a house and a car and they'll be good.
Yeah,
But
would you want them to go to private school in the view of getting into one of those like roles, like Eli was saying, like with somewhere in like big in media?
But if that's what they want to do, if that's what they want to do, but at the same time, if you're raising them and you want them to have your culture, then that there's going to be installed in them, hopefully, as they grow up. So then hopefully they'll still have that. You would hope.
Switch sides like Anakin.
Yeah, you hope that they don't switch side, like Anakin does. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Turn into bloody Darth Vader.
Got some lyrics there,
but I don't know, because
would you not want?
There's a very, 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 very good school in Colchester. That's a academic school, and that's where like a lot of Asian kids go to that school. A lot of Chinese kids go to that school, and they are doing awesome. In these places, that's the kind of school I think I'd want my child to go to.
Okay, that's cool. That's cool.
Private school,
but I think if I can afford to give them the best education, I'm gonna do it. Like, why wouldn't you do it?
I hear that.
Give them
Networking
all
as
that,
well.
open that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? All that
all
network
about-
and
oh,
all that
I know
broader
you.
aspect.
I know your family.
Yeah, exactly.
I'll give you the contract. That's
Yep.
still happening now, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? Like
Do
when
you think that'd happen for us,
Dyson
though?
called out Boris Johnson. Yeah, I do. Rishi Sunak there.
Yeah, I hear that.
Once you get to a certain
I
level,
hear
I
that.
think race just goes back to what it used to be before the Portuguese
But then,
invented it.
but then
you know
we're
what I
looking at Rishi, right? And we think, what do you think? Like, you think that he's not very not cultured, but do you think like he hasn't got like friends around him?
It don't matter because he's past that.
Yeah,
that
he's
class of
that level.
money.
Yeah,
And that's the thing.
Then politics, they can't. He is though one of the richest politicians ever. They said so. It's not like all of them are that rich.
yeah.
But I guarantee all of them have got. You know when they
Millions.
show them come out of their house
When
in
they're
London,
in-
yeah, and you like people are like, oh, they live in a normal house. That's their workhouse.
When they're
Yeah.
in power,
House here, house
you
there,
better believe
villa over
they're
here.
all putting themselves into a position of being very wealthy when
When
they
they're
leave
finished,
that position.
for
You know what
sure.
I mean,
Yeah.
For sure.
because I'd do it. Shit, I'm not gonna
For
lie.
sure.
I'd put myself in that position too.
Yeah.
If I was there.
In there for 4 years, they're buying themselves at least 10 houses when they leave.
Ash, that's
Well, they're not
America
good.
4 years. We're in there for like you could be prime
You could be
minister
prime
for
minister for years.
Yeah.
10, 12 years.
Yeah,
I think.
Exactly.
You
In
know what I mean?
12
longer than
years,
that, I think.
jeez.
That's a long.
That's a lot of
it's longer
properties
than
you can
that.
get in
So
that
as
time,
long
you
as
know?
your party is in power.
Yeah. That's it for another week of Where's the Keys At with the boys.
That's
We'll
right.
see you again soon. Peace.
Peace. Like, share, subscribe. You know the deal.